Namaste, hello, it's Leanne Peters here. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to share some guidance for Sunday the 26th and Monday the 27th of May. So I trust that you're having a great weekend and things are flowing well for you, and that this timing is perfect for whatever it might be that's shared today. Hello Judy, lovely to see you. I look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks. Hi Nadine. So I'm coming to you live now from Tasmania, Australia. It is Sunday the 26th of May here at exactly, 4:09 p.m. So we've got a little, excuse me, a little bit of drizzle around. There's a few drops that have been dropping on me as I've been sitting here, so I won't be out here for a long time, but it is getting towards winter now, so it's expected. So we're extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. If you're new to watching, welcome. What I'm going to be doing is using my combined Animal Kingdom Oracle cards with my Speed of Light Oracle cards, and I'll be looking for the best card for Sunday the 26th, and then the best card for Monday the 27th, and then the best card for the theme for Sunday and Monday. So I'm not doing personal requests for guidance here today. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust that you've been led here for a reason, and I trust that something shared will support you at this time. So just take on board what feels right, what resonates, what makes sense to you, and let the rest go. You can think of this as a guide only. So well, let's get straight into it. I feel like the raindrops are increasing and it's not that warm out here. Hello Quadir, lovely to see you. Hi Annette. And Leslie's here, hello. And Tennille, hello, hello. So the best card for Sunday the 26th of May, I trust will find its way to the top. That's the most helpful for the majority of us. So the best card for Sunday is this. It's an Animal Kingdom. And it's this card, it's the Elephant, card 7, and the elephant's keywords down here say family commitments. So the elephant has come up for some of us, bringing emphasis around our family on Sunday. So there might be a family gathering or someone in the family that needs assistance, or that may be struggling at this time, that the family's kind of getting in and supporting, crowding around, if you like, and supporting that sort of weaker person in the family at this time. There's also a feeling here of becoming more stable within ourselves. There's a feeling of stability in our body, and I get this feeling here and this sense from Elephant that a lot of us are feeling like we're really choosing and specifically placing our feet in certain places on our path, but it feels more solid and stable than perhaps it did before. So instead of being like a fleeting steps that we're taking, or a slight sense of hesitation or uncertainty or fear, there feels to be something more direct and precise and stable about where we're placing our feet on Sunday. So some of us may be feeling a little bit like things are working out, a general sense of stability that's coming in that we might be really feeling in our body. So I know for me, as for another perspective, because it's towards the end of my Sunday, how this would fit for me is that I've been, for my birthday recently, a couple of weeks ago, I was given a really beautiful sketch pad, and this morning I opened that up and started, I've been thinking about it for a couple of days, mapping out the body. So reminding myself of the proportions of the face, the facial features, and the body, where the body sits, because I've noticed with my ceramic sculpting I've been making the legs too short, so then I've got to have the legs bent or something. So I'm remembering and working out what the proportions are in regards to my art, and as I'm doing that, I'm feeling like I'm becoming, there's less of a sort of a stab in the dark feeling towards creating in this way. It's going to be more of a reference that I can go back to and create something more something more stable. It feels more stable. So it's sort of a different perspective or angle of what I'm talking about, but it's sort of that same feeling, and it's the feeling that's really important. So there's a feeling of becoming more stable within our own selves with the steps that we take in our life on Sunday. So if you've been thinking about creating reference material or getting organised with something, maybe tying up some loose ends, and that's probably some things that can help bring more stability to your body. So trust what you feel you need to do on Sunday. But some of us too, emphasis around the family. So see how that resonates for your Sunday. So thank you. I am now looking for the best card for Monday the 27th of May. I trust I'm coming through loud and clear. It seems to be okay. Oh, we'll send you lots of love, Monica. Oh, well, I would hope that you would feel positive vibes from watching. So sending you lots of love, and anyone else who's struggling right now. It's definitely been a very intense emergency situations kind of week, so it's been very intense. So sending you lots of love, and I do trust you feel even a little bit better from our connection today. So Monday the 27th, I might even actually, we'll play the singing bowl before I go. I'll get that out ready just to help lift the vibrations a little bit, so if you can hang around. Sunday you can go back and connect with the recording after I finish live. So the best card for Monday the 27th is this. It's a Speed of Light Oracle. Oops, dropping cards. Ooh. It's Tiger Claw, card 40. Tiger Claw says, stand your ground. Speak up, we'll say. Take action and courage. This is about this is specifically about clearing the air. So clearing the air in situations or relationships or connections we may have with others, our boss at work, for example, but things, situations where there's at least another person involved, where there might be a bit of tension or a bit of uncomfortable feeling in the air, and we might need to speak up and stand our ground on Monday especially. This is something that we may not find a sudden thing that we do, but something that's been building up for at least a little while. So something we've been thinking about confronting about, or something we've been thinking about saying, and we're working out, okay, how am I going to say this? What's the best approach to present this? And how do I build my courage to actually speak it? So that's sort of energy around for Monday, but it shouldn't be anything that's just an out of the blue surprise thing. It's usually something that we've been thinking about, or that's being tense or uncomfortable for at least a few days, if not a bit longer. So there's a sense of assertiveness in this card, so we're being encouraged to, or there's a lot of support for us to stand in our assertive power, to build our courage, to speak up, take action, do those sorts of things. So I guess the real key word that feels right here is assertive. So allowing ourselves to be assertive and say what we need to say, do what we need to do in a confident and assertive way. So that's the energy around that's supporting us for Monday. So courage, it takes courage to do it. We don't always wake up on the morning and feel assertive and courageous and ready for action. Sometimes we have to actually pep ourselves up, motivate ourselves, and build our courage and our confidence, which also brings clarity so that we know what we need to do and what we're being assertive about. So if this for me was a particular confrontation that I had to make with someone, let's say that I was having problems with someone for a little bit of time and it'd been building up and getting worse for me, I would, because I have been working on my throat chakra for my whole life pretty much, and building my confidence in what I have to say. I mean, just a few years ago I wouldn't have been able to sit here and do and say what I'm saying right now without freaking out. So I recognize my kind of weakness in my throat and in my voice. So I would personally be making a list, writing in my journal, and getting really clear about how I feel and what I want to say before I actually take the steps and build the courage to say it or to speak it or share it. So that's something I would do. It's not uncommon for me to, before I have to make an important phone call, to make a few notes so that I've got something to look on so I don't go blank, if you know what I mean. Some other people might be a bit like that too, but I found that really super helpful. So we can kind of pre-plan a little bit what we want to say, make some notes, points down to remind ourselves, really get clear within our own head and our own heart about what it is we need to say, how we need to say it, and so we're as prepared as we can be. I find it very, very helpful in some situations, so it might be helpful for some of you perhaps. So Monday is about being assertive. Now let's look and building our courage really. Now let's look for the best card for the theme. So the theme card for Sunday and Monday, the theme card will help bring these days together and help us see the bigger picture for Sunday and Monday. So the bigger picture, the theme card is, we'll go with this. It's a Speed of Light Oracle. And it's the unicorn. So this is adding a very interesting slant to Sunday and Monday. It's card 50, and it says psychic gifts, spiritual, intuition, and trust. This is reminding us over Sunday and Monday, no matter what we're going through, no matter what we're facing, or the courage we're trying to muster, the assertiveness that we're trying to build up, we're really being encouraged to trust our intuition over Sunday and Monday. I mean, this is something that is helpful to do all the time, but especially Sunday and Monday, trusting our intuition, trusting in the decisions that we need to make and the steps that we're taking in our own life. There's also a spiritual element to this card, so some of us who have spiritual interests, no matter what they are, they will be personal for us. It might be something that we want to kind of dive into a little bit more over Sunday and Monday. Maybe get our own oracle cards out if there's a muddy, murky situation going on, and pull a few cards and get a little bit of clarity that way, so we become clearer about what we want to do, the direction we want to take, and feel more courageous and hopeful about improvement perhaps. So getting our cards out, meditating, whatever your spiritual interests are, might be something to get out. That just reminds me, it's been so hectic. I haven't even I just remembered I hadn't done my tea leaf reading or a big 12-month forecast, which I always do around my birthday. It's been just so crazy and hectic, so I might remind myself to do that. I think that will be really important for me. So let's remember our spiritual tools that we can call upon to help ourselves, but let's also especially remember to trust in our intuition. So we could be the most intuitive person in the world. If we're not trusting our intuition, it's just like air. I mean, air is very valuable, but we can't grasp it. So we can't grasp it and work with it and use it in our life. So if we're not trusting our intuition, we can't grasp it, we can't use it in our life as practically as we might be able to if we were trusting in it. So let's trust in ourselves, trust in what we're feeling and sensing. Let's not second guess, let's not seek confirmation or validation. Let's trust in what we're feeling and sensing as wholly and as fully as possible. So interesting theme card for Sunday and Monday. So there's a lot of action, it feels like, over Sunday and Monday. I feel like a lot of movement, a lot of action, and a lot of building our courage to step forward, to make changes, to confront whatever we need to do that's personal. So I trust that makes sense. This I've used my Speed of Light Oracle cards combined with my Animal Kingdom. These have been combined to make a 110 card deck, which I've created both decks. You can learn more about either deck or add them to your collection at templeofbalance.com.au. Thank you. Don't go anywhere. I'm about to use the singing bell if you missed that announcement. So thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to, and if you want to connect more privately, just send us a message through our website. So we have our Patreon healing events coming up this week. That's our Patreon healing events, the personal ones, and also the healing list sort of group healing event. They're coming up on my YouTube channel this week. One of them's on Tuesday and one of them's on Friday. That's Australian time. So keep an eye on my YouTube channel. That's Temple of Balance on YouTube if you want to participate. So there will be for specific people, but anyone's welcome to listen and connect. If you want to be one of the specific people, you'll need to register on my Patreon membership over the next couple of days so that you don't miss out. Well, if you do, you'll just catch it next month. So thank you. And if you want to learn more about me and the work that I do at Temple of Balance, please visit my website at templeofbalance.com.au. Thank you so much for connecting. I'm now going to just spend a couple of moments playing the singing bell. This is a Tibetan singing bell, and I've taken the ringer out and I hold it this way like a singing bowl. These are much easier to play than a singing bowl if you have trouble playing one, which you'd usually hold flat here. So you just hold it, and I'm going to play with the intention of lifting our vibration. So this is especially important if you've been feeling challenged or heavy or dealing with harsh negative energy at the moment. If things have been kind of building up or you've got a lot of things going on and you're quite stressed out, then my intention of playing this bell is to help lift our energy up out of that. So if it's a heavy energy, like a storm cloud hanging around, I want to use the singing bell to help lift us up above the storm cloud so we can catch our breath, find a little bit of peace, or even sort of screw our head on straight so we can more easily cope and find a solution or just travel through this time period. If there's anything else more pressing that you need, if you need healing or strength or support or anything that's more important to you, then please open up and receive that from the singing bell. So take some deep breaths. There's nothing you can do wrong. Just take a deep breath and listen and see where the singing bell carries you. Enjoy. Feel your heart lift up. Feel the burdens that you carry over your shoulders and your head. Feel them lift away. Feel your spine straighten. Feel your breathing slow down. Feel yourself rise up. Thank you. I hear we've got lots of squeaky birds, like little squeaky toys out here in all different directions. Squeak, squeak are our little tiny birds. Thank you. I trust you feel even a little bit better from our time together today. And if you feel even a little bit better, that's a good thing. So if you find you lose it quickly because you've got a lot going on, don't be too hard on yourself. Just treat yourself gently and kindly, and just gently bring yourself back to that feeling of calm, that feeling of balance, or whatever it is that you felt, the support that you may have felt, and let things carry you. I've been through a big, I've been through a big year, but been through a big event less than a week ago, quite an emergency traumatic event, and I found, and I dealt with the same thing in the fire that we had a few months ago, and I found it so helpful just to help me stay calm in the middle of emergencies and the middle of really challenging times, is to not lose focus of the now moment. So yes, things may be dramatic right now, but if we keep anticipating the worst or jumping to conclusions about facts that we don't have or assumptions that we're concocting in our mind, it makes things worse. So I found that to help me stay stable in traumatic situations is to just deal with the facts as they're presented. So if you're going through something dramatic, I want to really suggest and see if it works for you that you don't do your best not to get too far ahead of yourself. Try not to think the worst or blow things out of proportion that you don't know about yet. That waiting time can be annoying and difficult, but until we have the facts, let's not panic too much about or jump to conclusions about what might be. So we can deal with the facts and deal with the issue as it's presented, rather than fearing the worst, if that makes sense. So just let's hold back in the moment, stay in the moment, stay present with the facts, and just keep sending love. Love is much healthier to send, especially if there's those that we are worried about because they're going through something. Is much better to send than worry. So let's see if we can replace worry with love. Let's hold this current space in love, and let's not jump to conclusions or think the worst, anticipate the worst. It's really unhealthy. And I've seen with the traumatic events that have happened in the last week with my family and with me, or with this situation, I've seen so many people lose it big time. Even people not close in the situation, and I was really close in the situation, and I've just seen people lose it because they're thinking the worst and blowing things out of proportion and getting hysterical. And I just found it so much easier just to deal with the facts, to stay calm. It helps us stay strong. So I trust that might help someone out there. But sending you lots of love, and please remember to treat yourself gently and kindly if you are struggling right now. Just do your best to get through your day. Sometimes that's all we can do. So thank you so much. Sending you lots of love from my heart to yours. Have a fantastic couple of days, and I will be back to share with you again very, very soon. So thank you, and namaste.